Okay, so let's look at the first one. The center is negative 8, 5, so always do the opposite when things are in parentheses. Squared plus, do the opposite. And then square the radius, which is 49. That's it. And the second one, the center is 19, 0, so x minus 19 squared plus y squared. Please don't put plus 0 or minus 0. Equals, now careful, because it says the diameter is 14. And it's not the diameter I want, it's the radius. So the radius is half, square that, 49. Okay. Find the domain and range of each relation, of each equation. So this is a circle. So I know that the center is 0, 0. And I know that the radius is 12 because you take the square root of that. If I was to fake graph it, it'd be at 12, 12, 12, or negative 12, 12, negative 12, 12. And there it is. So let me zoom that in a little bit. My domain represents everything x. So it's from negative 12 to 12. That's the domain. And then in interval notation, because negative 12 is included, negative 12 to 12. And then my range, I'll just do it down here, is the same thing. Negative 12 is less than or equal to y, which is less than or equal to 12. Sorry. And then in interval notation, negative 12 to 12. Okay. Now the second one, I purposely put this in here because I wanted you to see the difference. This is a circle, but this is a U. Well, we know that means the domain is all real numbers, negative infinity to positive infinity, and the range has to do with the y. Since this is going up, we know the range is going to be greater than or equal to, but we have to figure out the y value of the vertex. So to get the vertex, you write, I'm going to put over here, A, B, C, 1, 4, and negative 32. The formula is negative B over 2A. So negative 4 over 2 times 1, which is negative 2. And then you plug negative 2 in here. Negative 2 squared is 4. 4 times negative 2 is negative 8. 4 minus 8 is negative 4. Minus 32 is negative 36. So since we're talking about the range, it's the y value. Negative 36, positive infinity. Okay, it looks like here there's a word problem. Okay, there's an event that happens at the point negative 4, 7. Negative 4, 7. And everyone with it gets affected within 5 miles, so that's what a circle is. So in a sense, 5 represents your radius. So I think I'm actually going to redo this, and I'm going to make more space. Negative 4, probably didn't need to do that much. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 moves us over to 1. Okay, and then it goes this way. I went a little bit crazy here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which is negative 9. Okay. And then the same thing as I go down. I didn't do this very well. Down 5, which is at 2, and up 5, which is 12. In a sense, what you're doing is this. You're adding 5, and you're saying one of the points is 1, 7. You're subtracting 5, negative 9, 7. You're adding 5, negative 4, 12. You're subtracting 5, negative 4, 2. Okay? All they want you to do is write the equation and graph it. So I actually gave you more information, but I'm probably going to want that if this is a question on a test. I would probably want you to state the vertices as well. So let me remake this even bigger because maybe the 5th time is the charm. Okay, so this is 7. This is negative 4. Okay, so if I'm going right 5, that's 1. If I'm going left 5, that's negative 9. If I'm going down 5, that's 2. And if I'm going up 5, that's 12. Okay, so we know the center is here, okay, at negative 4, 7. So it's here, 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 here. Obviously not drawn to scale. Okay, that's all right. And there's that center. That's what that graph looks like. And then the equation would be x plus 4 squared plus y minus 7 squared equals 25 because that's the radius. So ignore those ugly graphs. and look at this a little bit better one. Okay, we did this one last time. So what I would do is I would box this out. So x squared minus 3x minus 28. Then multiply by 2. 2x squared minus 6x minus 56. Then I would look at the right side. If I was going to look at the right side, I'm going to box this out. And then I add it to this, x squared minus 9x minus 58, which is 2x squared minus 6x minus 56. I look and see they are equal. The claim is correct. I want to go over really quickly, if you're struggling on how to do this in your head, negative 7 plus 4, negative 3. Negative 7 times 4, negative 28. 1 plus 2, 3. 1 times 2, 2. All right, write this as many ways as you can. I notice I can take out a 9. 4 minus x squared, that's one way. I could write this as 9 square root square root. Okay. I could write this as 3 squared. I'm sorry, 3. Let's make that a 2. Just kidding. Square root of 4 is 2. 3 squared, 2 minus x, 2 plus x. What I could do here is, instead of going 3 squared, I could take one of those 3's, distribute it in there, and that would be 6 minus 3x. Then I could take the other 3, because it's 3 squared, and distribute that in there, and that would be 6 plus 3x. That's another way to look at it. Okay. I could write it as 3, 2 minus x, 3, 2 plus x. All right. Let's look at this one. It looks like I'm just supposed to simplify, so it's my 2 by 3 box. So a plus b. This looks like a little bit of review. So remember, when you're multiplying, you add exponents. Remember when I told you there's a pattern? 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, 2. Oops, ab squared. And then b cubed. Let's look. 2 a's, 1a, no a's. 1b, 2 b's, 3 b's. I look and see if there's anything the same. These two are the same. Diagonals make it so. So I have a cubed. If I have this minus this, it's gone. This minus this, it's gone. Plus b cubed. So it looks like this was a factoring of the sum of cubes. All right, this is advanced factoring. So there's options. I could write 3r squared. So there's different ways to go here. One way I can go is I can write it as 3r squared minus 5r plus s. Some people go, okay, what's easier for me is to just not even acknowledge the r and look at the s. So go 3s squared minus 5s plus 2. Some people don't like r's or s's. They'd rather just use x's. And then they want 3x squared minus 5x plus 2. This is the safest zone, so I'll play this zone. 3x squared gives you 3x and x. The only way to get 2 is 2 and 1. So I know if I put a 2 here and a 1, 2 times 1 is 2, 3 times 1 is 3, that gives me 5, but in order for it to be negative, that has to be negative. But I'm not dealing with an x, I'm dealing with an s. So that's really 3 s minus 1. You don't have to go my exact path. But then I have to acknowledge the r's. So it's 3r cubed s minus 2. R cubed s minus 1. Okay, and if you look, 2r cubed s, 3r cubed s gives you 5r cubed. Okay, all right. This one's a little bit more straightforward, I feel like. 2 numbers that multiply, 2 numbers that add. The problem is to the 8th power. But you always need to see, can you keep going? I can't take the square root of 6, but I can take the square root of 4. So when I square root this, this is x squared minus 1, x squared plus 1. But then I look here, and I can square root again. X minus 1, x plus 1. Can't do anything with that. There's nothing called the sum of cubes. And I can't do anything with that. So let me repeat. I made it more simple. I factored it out. I brought it back in. And then I went, okay, well, it's an even power, so I have to think of square root. I can't take the square root of 6. I can take the square root of 1. That's what my square root is. But this is still square root, so I square rooted that even more.